Hello and welcome to another episode of Wrestling Tea Tarot, the channel where we try to look beyond the kayfabe and behind the booking to find some truth in the world of professional wrestling. On this day, we're going to try to see clearly into the life of Adam Copeland,
I see what you did there.
better known to us as the Rated R Superstar Edge. It was around a year ago. Last summer, Edge was talking about, well, this time next year in Toronto, I might be saying goodbye to y'all. And now Edge, he's changed his tune a little bit. He's recently talked about, he's in great shape still. He feels like he could keep going. So let's take a look and see maybe where he's at in his head. What are his motivations for wanting to stay around? Is there any chance that Christian comes back to be a part of Edge's retirement? These are definitely some things I know I'm personally interested to see. Does he have any shot in the WWE World Heavyweight Championship picture? I think most of us in the media certainly thinks that Seth is kind of a lock, especially now that Brock has, yanked Cody out of that picture, which I don't think was really a surprise, but it was some good stuff. But let's see where Edge is at. First of all, Edge is a Scorpio, which is has a lot going on with it. I mean, they're very emotional, but being governed by Pluto, we're talking about the house of death and rebirth, transformation, right? Big changes, and especially, since last WrestleMania, especially when Edge founded the Judgment Day for, the length of a cup of coffee that he was actually a part of it, he went to a much darker character, and he has, in character at least, gone to some dark places in order to do battle with Finn or Demon Finn. So that definitely is consistent with that Scorpio image. Also about Scorpios, in your strong position, you're compassionate, kind, and generous, but in your weakness, you become impulsive, intolerant, and stingy, right? So when Edge is sitting on top of the mountain, especially this more mature version of Edge since he came back in, 2021? He really is here to make the business better than how he found it. But when Edge is down, he can still be petty, right? Edge's life path is number 6, which is the nurturer. We're going to see a lot of family as we talk about Edge's numerology. So we're going to kind of speed through this because it's a lot of the same. Responsibility, family, and long-term goals. We know Edge's wife, Beth Phoenix, and their daughters are very important to Edge. His destiny number, believe in fulfilling the needs of others without being selfish and demanding, play a role of fatherly figure is what you have to become. So again, that's not just in the home, but he is now an elder statesman in the business. And before Finn came along into the Judgment Day, it definitely looked like he was there to help build Rhea, help build Damian Priest, and then that storyline sort of changed. His power number is 6. Work with loving service within your family. Work with your call toward duty and service to others. Delight in home and family. So it's a lot of the same. Edge's, let me make sure I'm looking at the right. Yes. Edge's love number with Beth is the love number 5. Needs to feel new and exciting with every turn. Works best together to be spontaneous and feel free. I think, Edge needed to get out of the house, come back to work, and eventually, Beth needed to come and do the same, right? So that they could enjoy that exciting time together, which they haven't overdone it. So I think, from my point of view at least, that's worked out, pretty great with Edge and Beth. Also, I took a look at his love number with Christian. Of course, this isn't a romantic love or anything like that, but these guys have been bros since well before Edge and Beth have been a couple. That relationship needs goals and ambitions, grand plans to move abroad somewhere, build your own home, or create a business together. These two guys, had built such a brand together to the point that they had, their own show on the network and all of that. It really, I don't know, I think it would feel incomplete for either of them to retire without the other being involved. And I just hope that, Christian doesn't stay locked away in AEW for too long. I suppose, Edge could always retire from the WWE and go join Christian. Over on the AEW side, that pop would be tremendous.
And catch a lofty payday.
Oh, gosh, yeah. I mean, I'm sure Tony Khan would dig deep in the pockets for Edge, and I'm sure even Christian would get some sort of finder's fee on top of whatever his salary is. So, that's sort of the background. We're going to jump right into the Yin Yang Oracle deck, which, if you watch our other videos, you'll see we use this one pretty often. Also, I should mention, this is, of course, everything we talk about here is allegedly and for entertainment purposes. We don't have any inside knowledge or connection to Edge or the business. I am Jude, as always, with my partner Calypso Vibes here just off camera. And, let's see what the cards have to say to us today. Because we don't have any specific news regarding Edge, we're going to do a 4-deck draw, which is pretty common. We're not going to try to dig too deep. And the cards are falling for us. We'll give this one or two more passes. I think we probably got everything that we need here. One more go. Oop. Got a few extra. All right, let's see what we got. So our first deck on Edge, we've got the Unexpected Storm, the Tower card, right? That's destruction, conflict, sudden news, unforeseen change. Well, I mean, if we roll the timeline way back, his retirement was, of course, an unforeseen storm. Edge returning to the business was an unforeseen storm. His forming the Judgment Day, his being removed from the Judgment Day. So what else does Edge have in store for us? What other sudden news is going to be coming? I think his feud with Finn is probably done with, right? I mean, that Hell in the Cell match is usually a final chapter for that sort of a program. What's he going to do next? We definitely expect he's going to be working a shorter schedule, which is one of the reasons that, cards notwithstanding, I don't really expect him to be a major player in the title picture. But who knows? It could be Seth versus Edge at Night of Champions. I think that would be a heck of a match. Watching and spying, gathering info, envy, trying to figure you out, keeping tabs. So who's keeping an eye on Edge? Is that, Christian keeping an eye on him? Is that Tony Khan keeping an eye on him? I'm sure Triple H is keeping an eye on him to make sure Edge doesn't have some kind of a swerve planned. Clarity, heightened intuition, truths. I kid you not, seeing things clearly. And the third eye.
That also could be other wrestlers jealous of his payday and his schedule, because he is on a very, he's like on a Roman schedule.
Sure. I mean, that's of course a possibility. I feel like Edge is so loved that the locker room's probably cool with it, because it's not like he's taking, holding two belts for 3 years. But you're absolutely right. I mean, that's for sure could be a possibility.
It could be another elder
Right,
like
like
Randy.
Sheamus, Randy, someone like that.
Far more.
Right. Meanwhile, Sheamus is still like, can I get an IC belt so I can stamp this Grand Slam and go home? You got like a new wife and stuff. He's like, can I please? Like, how many more times you want to round the bases, Edge? You've held 31 belts.
Bro.
31 belts. I think only R-Truth has had more belts than Edge, I'm pretty sure. Ego, mind, vanity, pride, the status quo. There you go. I mean, look, what I read about the Scorpios, when they're on top, they're generous, but when they're underneath, right, they can absolutely still be petty, which means they have that ego and pride. Appearances matter, bound to expectations or approval. How true is that, right? Edge cannot, he went out on a whimper once, right, because he was forced to. But again, he is so loved. He's probably one of the most popular working legends.
Next to Randy.
Well, again, I don't know whether Randy or Edge is more popular. But again, both have tremendous theme music.
That's all I'm saying, that Randy and Rey Mysterio.
And Rey Mysterio. Edge, by the way, youngest male to go into the Hall of Fame because of his early retirement. Interestingly enough, youngest woman to go into the WWE Hall of Fame, Beth Phoenix. Talk about a power couple.
Right, I thought that was so interesting and cute.
Next up, we've got doubts, lonely, negativity, missed opportunity, not hopeful, discontentment. I bet he does have doubts. I mean, even though he's in great shape, his match with Finn was very good. It wasn't one of my top matches of the WrestleMania, but certainly had no complaint with it. But again, he's 48 or about to be 48? And he's out here competing with much younger guys, even with all the confidence he is right to have in himself. Doubts have got to creep in. We got past suffering, past affecting the present, lack, betrayal, victim, let the past go. He's got to at some point have in the back of his head, that neck that's in the back of his head, because he ended up having to, he had to retire early, right? And he went through a lot of pain and suffering to first, go through those surgeries and then eventually to rehab and come back to make that, huge appearance at that Royal Rumble. Chemistry, magnetic, passion, mutual feelings, feeling drawn to someone. Interesting, right? Because I just did two love numbers, both with his wife, who can pretty much go and do whatever, show up where he's at, and Christian, who I think, if you said Edge and fill in the blank, probably 10 times out of 10, most people are going to say Christian. Is this him being drawn to stay home, or is this him being drawn to have that last hurrah with Christian? Both of those relationship numbers that I talked about have a lot of adventure in them. So that could be either. Trust and divine time. Greater forces are at play. Release control. All is working out for the highest good. I don't know. So things are in motion. Okay, things will work out. Does that mean that they're going to work out so that we get the moment that we want? I'd like to think it does. Fulfillment of wish fulfillment, success, achievements, happy outcome. That sort of lines up with what I was just talking about. Abundance and windfall, gifts, celebration, promotion, opportunity, successful ventures, right? With the hand out and the glowing light in it. And finally, freedom, and that says Uranus, which is that Aquarius? I think that might be Aquarius. The Fool, leap of faith, breaking free, new cycle, fast change, new direction. Wow.
Wow. Wonder if he's leaving.
Like, doesn't all of this say that he's going to jump ship and go to AEW and get this handful of gold? Right? The wish fulfillment, the windfall. He's being drawn to someone. Look, this is allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. But we've got an unexpected storm coming. He's seeing things clearly. Someone's watching him. He's not 100% sure of it. There's doubts.
Aquarius.
It was Aquarius, thank you. Yeah, I don't have an Aquarius in mind when thinking about...
and Saturn. Well, it says Aquarius is ruled by two planets, Uranus and Saturn. So.
Right, but I think Uranus is only Aquarius.
Yeah.
Gosh, that really looks like Edge really might jump ship. And if I were to, guess a rational reason, it would be to go where Christian is. So
just so he can retire
with him, right? I mean, I'm not saying he's going to go there to try to bury WWE or do anything like that, but I feel like Christian must have re-upped his contract or has longer on it than we thought, because when he showed back up after his Buried Alive match with Jungle Boy Jack Perry,
I was so shocked.
I was shocked, right? I'm like, oh, Christian's still around.
That's how I felt.
So it don't look like Christian's going to be the one to jump ship back to the Fed for the retirement. So how else is that going to happen? Allegedly for entertainment purposes, but I'm telling you, those cards all would indicate Edge is going to take off and go be with his bro.
Yeah. That would be... Seriously, that'd be insane.
Oop. Okay, this next deck is the What's Brewing deck. It's I don't know if you can see, we've got the teacup on the back here, right? It's a little petty, it can be a little spicy. We've got like maybe 4 cards have dropped out of here so far. Let's see if we can get something else. Those are coming out. All right, we'll go once more through. Let's see what we got here. These fill out in chunks, so we'll see how on point we are. First, fake apology, right? With the mask and the flowers. Like, well, I don't know, boy, I feel really bad that I have to do this, but it's kind of a sorry, not sorry. Trash, throwing away, getting rid of it, tossed out. He's certainly not being treated like trash. We got a sweet love card with the Tantra, astral projection, right? Is that strictly about the between the sheets being the rated R superstar, or is that astral projection like he's trying to travel? Toxic, poison. I hate to say it, but whenever we see the toxic card, we're usually talking about the AEW locker room. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of, got the fake apology, trash, toxic. Things look like they might be heading south. Oh, but we're expecting a new beginning, right? maybe things are going bad in that locker room at WWE. Okay, new beginning we've already seen in those cards. Anger and over management, right? Yes, you can read this as anger management, but the management card is on the table, the anger card's on the puzzle piece. So yeah, there's anger that needs to be controlled. There's a lot of negative things going on here. Ooh, divorce, breaking contract. Breaking contract. I don't think him and Beth are getting a divorce, and I'm not putting that out there. But contract breaking, given what we're talking about here, ooh, my goodness. Someone's keeping a secret. Total drama and action. This is hilarious to me, right? Because when I see total drama action, I think of total nonstop action like TNA Impact. Again, I doubt he's going to Impact, but take a look at that. Total drama and action. Burning the evidence. Uh-oh. Hold up. Maybe he is doing something a little shady.
Maybe he's been talking and you're not supposed to. You know, that's
tampering.
That's contract tampering. The same way people are going through Cody, Edge may be going through, oh, I didn't talk to him. I didn't talk to Tony Khan.
Right, I just talked to my bro Christian. No, me and Christian were just at a hockey game. No, we weren't talking business. We were talking about the Maple Leafs.
Right, that Tony Khan just also happened to be it.
Oh, but they burning the evidence. I don't know. Them pictures of them at the Leafs game been taken down. Falling apart, falling into pieces, all torn up. I wonder if Edge's body just took a turn on him. Maybe he's starting to get some pains he wasn't expecting. That was the sudden storm. He's like, oh, no, I don't like how this is feeling. If I wanna get this last match in, it's gonna require some drastic action. Diamond Girl, Born to Shine. Okay, so we got some feminine energy here. I could only assume that that's Beth. Beth, by the way, is a Life Path 8, so she absolutely was born to shine. So I feel like we're seeing Beth's energy in here. Coming in after you. Look at that. He's got his armor on. He's on his horse. Got his weapons. Ready to ride into battle with. You tell me. I would say that's his. Oh, and we got the Popo card. Yeah. Gosh, this looks like something sudden and kind of shady is afoot. Calypso, do you want to have anything to say? We've been through 2 decks now.
I don't know. This sounds like an episode of Young and the Restless.
I was not expecting the tea to be this hot, by the way. I thought, I'm gonna get in, get out.
No.
Talk about Edge. He's a good Christian Minecraft server.
No, I think people underestimate. Like, first of all, he used to be the Radar Superstar, having simulated SCX scenes on Raw. Like, no, and he's a Scorpio. Sorry, you guys. Hate to spoil it to you. If you thought Edge was Saint Edge just because he's older.
Oh, speaking of which,
he's got money. Imagine being older with money.
I don't know. Have we even seen Edge around since Lita been around? Like they were on what? They were on separate nights of Mania. Yeah. Like Beth said, we ain't having it.
All I'm saying is, you could be a family man, love your wife, be supportive, take care of her, all that good stuff. But temptation is the devil, and it is all in that locker room.
Right. Which, by the way, we have not seen a lot of the darker, we've seen some negativity, but that, like, darkness that we see in some guys, considering what Edge's character is,
yes,
we haven't really seen that yet.
I think the locker room's hecka toxic right now because everybody's crying that Roman has both belts. So now they've had to create a brand new belt just to shut people up from being crybabies.
Right, but Cody can't have it either. Don't let Cody have it.
Right.
But
was
somehow
such
people
crybaby
want
haters.
Seth to have it.
I like Seth. He is a workhorse, but guess what? People
Wah, wah, wah,
people gonna get annoyed
wah,
sitting there watching him sit
wah,
there and
wah,
serenade himself.
wah.
Okay, you doing the most. Like, people gonna get annoyed with that. That's so egotistical. That's some narcissistic, like, and y'all cheering him? Y'all cheering that?
Wow, if you're watching this, anyone watching this, I think Seth is one of the best workers in the business right now. He made Omos look great.
I would love
I
to
got
see Seth
all
and
the respect in the
Edge.
world for Edge in the ring, but I think we have gone on the record in our other Man, listen. I've gone on the record that I do not care for Seth's current character.
I hate it.
This gimmick is the worst. And if y'all like it, well, enjoy. Hopefully it don't last too long as far as I'm concerned.
But I would love to see him and Edge have a banger. But yeah, the locker room's toxic. Drew wants to leave. People want to leave. Tony Khan has now held this apple of, it's this paradise. Guess what? You can work less and get paid more. That's the reality.
Right. And MJF is by no means an unassailable champion.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he ain't going to keep that belt too much longer.
He's
by the way,
drawing ratings.
Be sure to check out our MJF video. Went up sometime last week, I think.
By the way, love MJF. But the reality is the ratings are declining under his championship, unfortunately.
Also, yeah, check out that AEW, the Tony Khan video I did that kind of predicted all this stuff going on. I said that the big time success was coming. You know, they're looking at a big show in Detroit tonight.
Sure did, now that I think about it.
I said they are going to be making money moves. Tony Khan, that fellow Libra, I guess I was able to tap into him. Okay, this deck's feeling a little sticky. Whoop, there we go. Let that chunk fall. We got enough to go on out of this deck. Go through one more time and talk about what we've got. Let's see, this is another kind of petty deck. I'm glad I did pick two petty decks. I was going to do just one petty and three a little more serious. What do we got? Growth, renewal, paying off. Well, I mean, Edge is really at the point of his career where growth isn't the issue, but renewal? I don't know. I mean, if he's really falling apart, I don't know how much renewal there's going to be, but he might get a nice payday. Worth fixing. Keep trying. Don't give up. See, we got the broken dolls. Now we got the broken chair. Incubation before new life, the golden card. That again, new life, new opportunities. Oh, here we go, new level. Next phase and promotion.
Oh, as he went in the belt, see? It don't also mean A-Dub. Everybody thinks Seth. And that's
Everyone
the best
does
swerve.
think Seth.
The best swerve. And a lot of people want Edge back with the belt. So many people were mad when he came back.
He ain't gonna keep it for long if he gets it.
It don't matter. We just want to see it.
I would love to see it. I'm not gonna lie, I'd love to see it. I definitely think he's probably the best choice to come out of the SmackDown side.
Mm-hmm.
To face Rollins
Other
at Night of
AJ,
Champions.
but AJ can't stay healthy. And that's worse than Edge.
And by the way, it's, who did I say? Edge, AJ, and Ray Ray are one of the triple threats for Friday night.
I hope it's
like
a banger.
that's gonna be a banger. It should be.
I hope it's gonna be a banger.
We got Heartbreak, Love, Hate, and Breakup. So if you're gonna have beginnings, you gotta have endings.
I hope this isn't WWE because be prepared, y'all.
Home, home, safe, and family. Okay, again, we talked in his numerology. He is a family man. Family is very important. Detachment, mechanical, and cold. Oh, he's going into robot mode. Is the decision maybe coming up to leave a mechanical decision, right? Is he sort of approaching whatever his exit strategy is going to be, even if it includes getting that belt? Is this just business now, right? That the only thing he really wants to do. Man, I love that picture with the knight riding in, coming in after you, is to go find his bro. Bound by love, deep connections, attachment, right? We've talked about this card in other videos because it's got that handcuff, right, and the thorny rose. So yeah, bound by love is not necessarily a healthy attachment. Celebration, victory, and achievement. I don't know, Calypso. That next level celebration. Oh, but there's betrayal. Deceit and jealousy. And a date night with romance and going out. Okay, so if we put these puzzle pieces together, it is plausible, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, that Edge might have a grand victory over Seth, where he does win the World Heavyweight Championship, and then suffer some sort of a betrayal, get backstabbed, something that, you know, to one degree or another, lays the groundwork for whatever his exit is going to be. But these cards here with the level up and the celebration, I don't know if that's necessarily him winning the belt or if that's talking about him, you know, getting a big payday. But one or both of those things is gonna happen. I don't know, we got this date night back to back with the betrayal card and the bound by love card in there. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know how rated R Edge is being. But we've definitely had some cards that kind of imply it. There's a lot of options here, right? There's a lot of options that these things could be pointing to. If that's a traumatic change in the relationship, if that's a positive change, we know something positive is going to happen. If that's going to be, you know, a title win, or if that's just, a big money reunion with Christian, maybe that's wishful thinking on my part, but these cards are absolutely telling that story. This last deck is the Egyptian Visions deck. It's a little more serious deck. That one out. Tends to talk more about business and life matters. See if we can get a closing statement out of this deck and tie a bow on this for good old Edge. This deck is being fairly talkative. That's good. Pass through here another couple times. Anything else that we need to know about what's going on with Edge? Before we do this last deck, thanks again for watching. We are Wrestling Tea Tarot. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Drop us a comment down below. Let us know what you think about what's going on with Edge, what you thought about Backlash last weekend. You think there's a chance Edge is going to win this belt? We're only a couple days away from him competing in the tournament. By Friday night, we'll know if that's even still a possibility. Or do you think, yeah, Edge might go down to Jacksonville. WWE was just in Jacksonville Monday night. All right, what do we got? We got dreaming. Pay attention to your dreams, seeing beyond the present reality. Pursue your dreams. Okay, chasing dreams. Again, I think he wants to be with his bro. And we had that clarity card too. Now we've got getting messages through your dreams. The third party, something or someone else is involved. Outside influences. Love triangle. Oof. Gosh, I would like to think that's strictly business. But there have been too many cards now that have come up. Oh my gosh. Callie, could you please check? I don't think she is, but what's Lita's sign? Direction, being on the right path, finding direction in life, your own North Star. Whatever goal Edge is working towards, okay, he's on the right path. Oh, being cast out. Can't keep accepting a bad situation. Force something or a person to leave. The final straw. Someone's going to be cast out. Is that going to be Edge leaving? Or is that a different kind of breakup? No, she's Aries. Okay, thank you. The Wheel of Fortune. Things working in your favor. Lucky moment, phase or situation. Fate, destiny, and change. We've seen a lot of lucky change already in the deck. Play, enjoying what one is doing, having fun and feeling good. Higher vibrations. Okay, he definitely wants to be having fun. I don't know if he's having fun in the WWE right now. Union, doing something with someone, coming and working together, collaborating. You can see here, by the way, this doesn't look like a wedded union. That appears to be two women here, so maybe this union is, again, the two bros back together. Perspective, change the meaning of the issue. Experiences shaping perspective, reflection for change. So yeah, we've seen all these cards, right, talking about cast out or that toxicity. Well, what's the perspective there? Is that Edge is going to be cast out, or is Edge casting someone away? Is this toxicity, towards Edge in a bad place, or is he being toxic, right? It's all a matter of perspective. But ready to do something, an opportunity is right, now is your time. There is action. There is action that's going to occur. We keep seeing it. The feminine, a woman will play a role. Your feminine side, feminine energy. Back to life, resurrected, relationship or situation, unresolved issues and loose ends, unfinished business. Gosh, I feel like we're telling two separate stories here, right? We have a lot of things, like it's been building and building and building, pointing towards something in the relationship, right? To the point now that I got the feminine card to tell me to quit trying to overlook it, that there is a woman involved, right? We have the third party over here where you see the male figure in between the two female figures. Even this play card, right, where the woman here is looking like a pinup girl. I think that there's something going on. I really do. On the personal side, I think that there might be something going on that's relationship related. And Edge might be back to his rated R kind of ways. I don't want to speculate too much about that, but I also do think that there's a lot of evidence here, right, of the possibility that either Edge is going to win this belt, or Edge is going to end up leaving and reuniting with Christian somewhere. both those things could occur, right? Because we saw the betrayal, we saw these sudden changes. I don't necessarily think it would be a great idea for, if Edge does win the belt, for him to hold it terribly long, right? He could hold it and then drop it just as fast on his way out the door. But there's more action coming in the near term than I was expecting for Edge, right? Even this the Back to Life card, talking about a resurrected relationship or situation, that I would think that that's Christian, but that could also be an old flame. So a lot of possibilities here, but I'm going to be keeping my eye out for any news either in that relationship situation or that contract situation, because we saw the breaking contracts, we saw the police. There are shady things going on, keeping secrets, destroying evidence. That truth is going to come to light because the time for action is soon. We're ready to do something. Calypso, any last words?
It sounds messy.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I thought you'd be interested.
Yeah, I am, but it's really hard to tell, and this is me also working right now, but while listening to this, and I'm like, yeah, it sounded about Edge. Like, I think people think of Edge as a squeaky clean person, and I'm just like, yeah, he's got a history of being a cheater, by the way. Like, he's been married before. Oh, by the way, this ain't the first marriage. He has cheated on 2 prior relationships that were long-term. And this isn't to, like, make it personal, but I am saying this. Like, he has a history of having wandering eyes. So I'm not shocked that that's possibly showing up in the cards. He's probably making more money than, he's been making in the last 10 years, right? So when you have money and access, and to women who love that, be careful, right? These cards really point to, like, looking beyond WWE.
Sure does.
Like, hard. So, I will say, these cards either point to him winning the belt, and remember you heard here first, he either wins that belt because it's in the cards, or he is leaving to join Christian.
I still think both could happen. But
there's a lot of joining going, like, yeah.
Yep, sure is.
And some underlying unhappiness.
Yes.
With his direction. I'm not shocked. Because, oh, by the way, him and Paul don't have great history, and he's talked about that. That it's like he's now being... he's now being told what to do by a peer that he was in the business with at the same time. And regardless of what you think, like, oh, well, that's irrelevant. No, it's not. Like, he is the same age. I don't even know. Is he older than Paul?
No, he's younger.
He's younger?
Yeah, he's a good 5 years younger.
But they've come up in the business together. And they didn't have a great history. And if you notice, he really started talking about retirement once Paul came in charge. So there could be a lot of that friction of disagreeing on the direction he wants to take, how he wants to be built and stuff. So.
Okay.
It's just things that people need to keep in mind. Everything is not roses in the back.
So there's a lot here to keep an eye out for. Thanks again for watching. We are Wrestling Tea Tarot.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell.
And leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about Edge, what else you might like to see. Again, for my partner Calypso Vibes, I am Jude. Bye. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.